A lot of people have asked me how I got into magic. Well, the story you're about to hear may or may not be true, but I hope you enjoy it either way.
When I was 10 years old, I went to New York City, and I was fascinated with a street con there called the three-card Monte. I would watch these guys play on the street, inviting their marks to follow the queen as it moved around the table. They might win a few times with nothing on the line, but once the money came out, the marks would always lose, every time. As I was standing there with my grandfather, I just kept telling him, I could win this game, I know I could. But my grandfather just sighed and said, "You've got a lot to learn, son," eventually moving me along. But I wouldn't stop talking about it. All that day I just kept on. I could find that queen, Grandpa. I could find it. Just let me go back. I've been saving my allowance for this trip. He looked at me real hard and then said, "Boy, what you don't understand is that those hustlers out there, they're really good at what they do. And your powers of observation, well, they just aren't up to the challenge." At that I grew indignant and said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "I'll show you." So what do they use? I think it's 2 black cards and a queen, right? So you tell me, the queen, is that card face up or face down? Well, I couldn't figure out what he was getting at. That was an easy one. I confidently said face up, and he said, "Nope." Not so easy, is it? I'm sure I must have looked pretty surprised, but I recovered quickly and said I wasn't ready. Let me try again. So he said, "Okay, let's try something else. What's the card between these 2 face down cards?" Without skipping a beat, I said, "The 10. And he said, "Nope." Wrong again. Well, I was feeling pretty disappointed in myself, thinking I had to have missed something, but I felt sure I would get it the next time. My grandfather must have seen the disappointment in my face and decided to have pity on me. He said, "I'm going to be honest with you, I was cheating a bit. I was using more than 3 cards, so I'll put 1 down. Now, we can run through this again straight up. So the middle card. Was it face up or face down?" Again, I guessed that it was face up, but once again, he said, "Nope. How about the card in the middle? Let's do that one again. Do you recall what that one is?" I was feeling decidedly less confident now, but I guessed the 10. And again, he shot me down. He said, "Nope. Wrong again. You're not very good at this game, are you?" "Look," he said, "I'll set this card down and ask you another question. If you get it right, I'll let you play with those hustlers and bet all your full allowance. So, what do 2 cards do I have in my hand?" I said, "It must be the black 10s. He turned them over. "Well, you got the 10 part right, but there are no half credits in gambling. One more question," he said. "This one's for all the marbles. Where's the queen?" I pointed to the face down card. "It's got to be one of those." Grandpa just smiled and said, "Nope. That's how they get you. There is no queen." And that's how my grandpa saved me from a life of gambling, but sentenced me to a lifetime of being a magician.